Howdy do, ladies and turds. The PlayStation Showcase of 2021 is about to begin, and Sony is going to show a number of like PlayStation 5 games and new things that are going to be announced. I know that there have been rumors and things flying about with a new Crash Bandicoot game. And so some people are thinking that, because it's Crash Bandicoot's 25th anniversary today, September 9th, we're going to get something Crash related today. And so hopefully Sony has something to show at least, because I know PlayStation 5s have been hard to come by. I just hope there's, something with Crash celebrating his 25th anniversary, because that'd be awesome. And so I'm going to watch the PlayStation Showcase right now, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about what they revealed and overall what I thought of the entire event right here.
1 hour later.
And just like that, the PlayStation Showcase 2021 has been finished. Did a new Crash Bandicoot get announced? Well, you'll have to watch this video to find out, because I have my little notes right here. I have my thoughts and everything that I thought was pretty spiffy, so let's go through them right now. First off, they started with this weird chess looking thing. At first, I thought it was going to be some kind of like tease for Grand Theft Auto 6 or something, but instead, it's these people walking around like ninjas, or some lady called the Queen getting caught. It was just a little weird, and I was kind of confused. I was like, what the turd is this? It kind of felt like it was kind of going on a little bit long, maybe like 5 minutes or something, because it was just a PlayStation commercial with their new slogan for the PS5. Something about like no limits or whatever the turd. I don't know why they show this, but okay. Moving on. Right after that, they showed Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is finally returning with a full remake, which is awesome. I remember hearing about this game for like a million years. Like, I've heard it being praised throughout the internet, on Reddit, on YouTube, and I hope fans are excited for this, and it's exactly what they wanted from a remake of this old classic. Now, the next thing they showed was really cool. This game is called Project Eve, and at first I'm like, what the turd am I looking at? This looks exactly like Bayonetta. This lady is doing these, random like flips and everything, and jumping and slashing these enemies, and she's got these revealing shiny booty cheeks on her. As you can see, she's got the long hair. Like, everything I'm seeing is screaming Bayonetta, and the visuals look really good, if you know what I mean. Those booty cheeks, of course. And I will say that the enemy design, like those creatures, oh my lord, those are awesome. They're so cool. They got the like teeth going around their head and everything, and like, oh my lord, that is awesome. Then after that, they showed more of that Borderlands Tiny Tina Wonderland, or whatever it's called. I don't know anything about Borderlands, but I do know that there's a schlong monster in this one. Now, the game afterwards, Forspoken. They teased this awesome looking Square Enix game like a while ago. I don't know if it was E3 or if it was somewhere else, but we finally got kind of like a story gameplay trailer where some lady, she gets teleported through a portal and now has some kind of like weird powers, right? Like this magical bracelet is on her arm, and she can do hardcore parkour and magic her way through insanely cool looking enemies and environments, right? I love all the little like sparkles and everything. Like every time you put a spell, like a fire spell or something, like the little flames and everything coming off the screen, it's top notch, and I will definitely want to give this a try while I wait for the new Final Fantasy 16 in 2057 or whenever it's supposed to be coming out. Then they showed more of that Rainbow Six Extraction or whatever, and had some guy putting a weapon up a creature's booty hole. I don't know what that's about, but it is what it is. Now, Alan Wake Remaster was leaked and revealed a few days ago, so it's really nice to get like an official like reveal. Either way, I'm really excited to see this. I hear it's a really top-notch horror and like storytelling kind of game. I know my brother has this on the Xbox 360, but I never really got around to trying the game myself because the console rats peed on it, so I can't even play the game if I wanted to. Now, of course, you can't have a next-gen showcase or kind of like a direct event without none other than Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online coming to PS5 soon, of course. I remember going with my brother to the midnight release when Grand Theft Auto 5 was coming out for, I think, PlayStation 3 and 4 like 8 years ago or something. So it's kind of weird to see that this game is still being, kind of pushed out in 2021. Then they showed Ghostwire Tokyo. This game was, teased, I think back in E3 or something. I don't really remember, but we finally get some gameplay and a story trailer. From what I'm seeing here, it kind of looks like a first-person Naruto style, horror game where you're using like the ninjutsus and, like the different spells, and that's your way of attacking people and, putting up shields and defending. It looks interesting. I definitely want to, learn more and maybe try it one day, but that's basically the first thoughts that came to mind when I saw this. Now, they also showed a little bit of, Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't really care about this game. I'm not really interested, but I'm glad that Sony at least kept their coverage of this game only like 30 seconds or whatever, right? And the same thing can be said with the next reveal, Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. Every time I see this game, I'm like, is this, the sequel or not? Because I know the original game was a cult classic from like a million years ago back on the computer. And so every time they show this, I'm always confused. I'm like, what exactly is this game? Is this a sequel or not? I looked it up and it said that it's some kind of like, free-to-play battle royale. Deathloop, they brought it back again, right? It's releasing in a few days, I think, which means I no longer have to sit here and listen about this game anymore. The more trailers, the more overexposed I am, the less I care. Like at this point, I just don't care anymore. I thought it already came out a while ago. I just don't care. Which can't be said about the next game, Kid Amnesia Expedition. It was just a little tiny teaser at what looks like some kind of like horror game, right? Could this secretly be a new Silent Hill, maybe? Like you see these things written down on like these walls. I don't know if you're walking through like an asylum or some kind of like bathroom. I have no idea, but we didn't really get much aside from that little tease. Now, I don't know how to say the name of this game. It's called Cheshia, but it's a cel-shaded Wind Waker lookalike, except with Super Mario Odyssey Cappy transformation abilities. So basically it looks like Zelda, right? The footage I'm seeing plays like Zelda. I'm gonna guess it's a single-player adventure too, focusing on exploration and storytelling, except basically the powers from Mario Odyssey, where you can turn into any animal. I was like, this game looks, exactly up my alley. I like what I'm seeing here. And it made me extremely happy when I saw that, you can pet the little derpy crabs, and they have a little heart on their head. I was like, my heart, I can't. I want to play this game. I want to enjoy this. It looks really cool. The Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection was also announced. It seems to be a remaster of Uncharted 4, as well as the Uncharted 4 expansion Lost Legacy. It's coming out both on PS5 and PC, which is weird to see. It's something I would, expect from like a Microsoft trailer or something. That was a little bit confusing. Like at first, I thought this was like an actual collection of 5 or 6 Uncharted games that are already out, right? But instead, it seems to only be the 2 PS4 games. Aren't those backwards compatible with the PS5 already? Now, this one I wasn't expecting at all, right? Wolverine. A new Wolverine game, right? Like the last one I played was on the Super Nintendo, but this seems to be probably like a story-based, maybe single-player game just featuring Wolverine. The reason I say that is because it's being developed by Insomniac, who, if you remember, made the previous, Spider-Man game, and I hear that one is really awesome. But I wouldn't be surprised if, this new game holds up just as well as that did, as long as there aren't any more bootleg Mary Jane, gameplay sections. Next, they showed Gran Turismo 7, and it had a really awesome reveal, basically going through the past trailers and cars from the original games, showcasing customizations, and I think was the original series theme song playing on top of that. It was just this like beautiful like sound of an organ dramatically pumping everything up, right? Like slow camera movements, just pretty visuals, and then just this song in the background. I'm not really a fan of Gran Turismo. I haven't really played the games myself, but I have shivers on my hand, when I was listening to that. I was like, this is how you make a trailer. This is awesome. And now, Sony doesn't stop. They just keep going, right? Spider-Man 2 was officially announced. And I thought it was a little bit weird, right? I was like, wait, didn't Insomniac just show that they were making a new Wolverine? So then who exactly is making Spider-Man 2? Either way, I'm really excited how this looks. It looks pretty spiffy, but I thought that the Miles Morales one was meant to be the sequel. Whereas, Spider-Man 2, it seems like it's going to be featuring Venom. I don't know, as maybe the villain or a playable character. That'd be awesome. And for some reason, Spider-Man has, Dr. Octavio's like these claw arms. It's looking slick, but I would really love a remaster for the original Xbox Spider-Man 2. I grew up playing that game and it'd be really cool to, replay it on the Nintendo Switch or something like that, because it still holds up even to this day. And if you thought, Spider-Man 2 was like a huge, reveal announcement, Sony's like, nope, we're still going. God of War 2 Ragnarok was shown off right there. Bam shalam. Last time we got like a Metro Prime 4 kind of little teaser where they announced, just the logo and that was it. But now we have full gameplay and everything. This game though looks just as awesome as the first. However, I smell some kind of family drama going on as Boy seems to be, growing a backbone. Schmack talking to Kratos, kind of questioning his methods. Like, I don't know if he's calling him soft or like, he's kind of not as good as he used to be. I don't know, but he's Schmack talking. He better be careful if he doesn't want, Kratos just whoosh, backslapping him, you know, across like an entire cliff or something, because I know he can do it. Anyways, it's pretty cool to have PlayStation 5 footage of the Battletoads getting crushed. It's always nice to see them making a return. And you know, by the looks of this giant alligator creature here, it also looks like the bosses are going to be kick-ass, which I hope is true when this game finally comes out. And then finally, ladies and turds, the screen fades to black, right? And we finally get a new look at the Crash Bandicoot game. Wumpa League logo right on the screen, and just like that, just kidding, there was nothing at all, right? There was a updates countdown, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, and I'm like, well, that's a weird way to spell Crash Bandicoot. What the turd is that? And then we got a sizzle reel right at the end, right? And then about like 10 minutes of talking, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War 2, Star Wars Old Republic remake. You know, they just talked for a few minutes like, yeah, these games are coming out soon. We're gonna have more announcements on our YouTube and in the future, all that stuff. And then it just ends, right? Despite it literally being today, the 25th anniversary of the Crash Bandicoot franchise, right? September 9th, it's today, despite Activision sending influencers and teasing this Wumpa League, this new Crash Bandicoot game, and despite this being Sony's big, you know, presentation, right? Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are going to see these games announced and talk about it and, you know, keep it in their mind, right? Like, it's good marketing and publicity, you know, like public, I don't know how you say it, good marketing, basically. Despite all that, there was nothing, not a mention, no footage, nothing about Crash Bandicoot. I'm sure there'll be a new reveal, you know, coming soon, maybe in a week or who knows when, right? But it's such a missed opportunity not to feature it today, right? Of all days, today, right? Like, it's the day of 25th anniversary, and they could have done all that, but it didn't. And so I was a little bit surprised by that. I was like, huh, I guess our boy Crash, you know, he'll have to come back another day. So anyways, from the 19 titles that were shown during the PlayStation showcase here, I was interested in exactly like half of them. I think overall that's a pretty solid number. These right here that you see on screen are the 10 that I'd recommend going out to rewatch the trailers for. Create your own opinions, you know, tell me what you think about them, and then come back to this video and comment below like, yeah, I want to get this game, or yeah, this game looks cool, or no, Jakub, you are wrong, this game looks awesome. How dare you? Overall, I think the showcase, you know, the pacing was spiffy, right? It didn't really waste your time, aside for maybe that chess thing at the beginning. The 5 minutes was a little bit bootleg. I like that they just showed one game after another, right? They had a lot of new titles revealed, actual gameplay footage for, right? Like something new. Release trailers too. A lot of them were 2021, some of them were 2022. I wouldn't be surprised if they also get delayed, right? Would have been nice if this was during E3 and get all the excitement and hype and everything around that time, but I guess Sony kind of gave up on that. And hopefully the PS5 is restocked, right? And by the time that these games come out, because people as of now, after 1 or 2 years, they still can't get their hands on this new console. We might not have gotten, you know, Crash Bandicoot reveal, but we're gonna get that soon. Don't worry. Thanks for watching. Support me on Patreon so I can keep making these videos. Remember, give a thumbs up, follow the channel, and I'll see you on another lovely video. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.